Hello everyone, come along with me for a week in the life of a Gunpla YouTuber. I'm pretty sure I read haul time. Display. NewType is a fast and reliable source of Gunpla supplies in the US. For my fellow Canadians, Argama Hobby offers the largest stock of kits, tools, and paints. This is a painted MAK we were gifted. These are really cool. Mine. Barbatos expansion set. My personal art prints that I purchased. This is just a box. This is the Kshatriya. Forget how many kits we have. Look at this craziness. I decided to film like a week in my life as a Gunpla YouTuber. It still sounds kind of like such a silly term. I guess you could say content creator. I really do want to like upload more content to the channel, but it's really hard to do because I try to have a cohesive tutorial with every part of my build. But it takes a really long time to make videos like that. So what I end up getting is like a video a month. I'm kind of considering doing more like vlog style videos now. I guess I'm really still like just experimenting with what I want to do with the channel. And that was kind of how I started my channel originally. If I feel like I can't fit in one cohesive tutorial for that part of the build, I'm just gonna do something else like a sand with me, or just film like a week in my work in progress or something like that. So I'm gonna try to film myself this week to show you what it's like. It doesn't really matter how I put them now because I have another box to open and I'm putting all the resin kits here. We're not gonna build these ones as quickly, so just, you know. Right now it's Tuesday and my daughter is in school. I have about 2 hours to film my real week. I can't spend every minute like doing YouTube and Gunpla stuff. I do still work, but this is a part-time kind of side source of income for me. I think a lot of people think being a Gunpla YouTuber means you can make an income off of what you love doing, which is building and painting Gunpla for me, but probably 30 to 40% of my time is used to build and paint Gunpla, and the other like 60% of the time I'm doing other things like editing, managing all of the platforms that I have. That's Patreon, my social media, doing administrative stuff, answering to emails, and I'm always trying to build up on the platforms I have. Like a while ago I opened my Amazon storefront page. So there actually is not going to be any Gunpla building and painting in this video at all. For now, I really need to get all my stuff unpacked because I want to get onto my next build. I'm really trying as hard as possible to like burn through my backlog, even though I actually just bought 2 kits off of Argama like last night, but they're for like content. I'm trying to find the next kit that I want to build. I actually don't see it here, so I have one more box to go through. I really need to just get everything out and organized because the storage space that I have, which is the spare bathroom because we're renting and the owner didn't give us the storage unit, like he's using it himself. I've already opened this box and this one has a bunch of kits that I don't plan to build in the near future. This is the last one and I'm pretty sure this one is gonna have the painted resin kits of cookies. But I feel like it's gonna have a bunch of other stuff too, and I've been really avoiding opening this because I don't want to touch cookies like wrapped up resin kits, but like, oh yeah, there's a lot more kits in here. So I cleared out all the boxes and I've stacked them up here with the least important at the bottom, some personal things, and then the painted resin kits are now on top with cookies like empty computer desk on top because I didn't want to put too much weight on it, so it's going to sit there. I've got this space. This used to be where my daughter's toys were. I chose to pull this one out. I really love 4. She's the only Gunpla anime figure I own. Oh my god, that was literally all I got done. That was like 2 hours of work. I've got to pick my daughter up now. I don't think I'm gonna film the rest of most of what I'm gonna do just because it's taking so long. I have to think about the camera angle. Okay, so my daughter is just taking a nap right now. Normally I wouldn't film and talk while she's napping, but she's really tired today because of the daylight savings. I think it's gonna be fine. I wanted to open up a few of the things that I wanted to display on our shelf. This is the Great Unclean one from Warhammer. Some parts kind of fell out. Just glue this back. It's gonna be a pretty easy fix, I think. This was gifted to us by a previous studio member, and I'm pretty sure I wrapped this one myself because I did it pretty carefully. And Cookie and I had a time where we were really into the MAK kits, and we were really surprised when he gifted us this. And I would really like to paint one myself. Oh my god, I'm so glad it survived! Oh my god, I love this so much. I still love this so much. I have to show you guys. This is just such an amazing piece. I just really love it. Just love everything about it, down to the base. I just love the design, the way he did this. It's freaking just awesome. Really, really love it. I did pack these myself. I thought this would be the best way to make sure they didn't get too banged up. We do have more painted Warhammer. I only pulled out my own and not Cookie's because honestly, Cookie's are more like speed painted. The Chaos Marines, I did spend a lot more time to do these than even the Great Unclean one. They're quite dusty. I want to show you guys something that I did. I really love displaying prints and artwork. I have displayed these, but these ones were spares. All right, so I'm gonna have to wake up my daughter very soon from her nap. Let's do one more thing. Haul time! Let's open up this package from my sponsor, Argama Hobby, where I get my kids' tools and paints. Argama Hobby has a warehouse option where you can keep your orders with them until your orders have totaled up to enough to get free shipping. So that's why I often don't remember all the things that I bought. I'm actually really excited to open it. Invoice. Ooh. Curing putty for when I ever do get started on building my resin kits. Cement accelerator. Ooh. Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. I do only use leveling thinner. It's not like always necessary, but I don't want to have to like make a record of or go through guesswork of whether my paint was thinned with retarder or regular thinner, because sometimes I do need it thinned with retarder thinner when I do things like candy painting or marble painting. Mark Softer. It was out of stock before. A blue surfacer. This is for a possible upcoming paint job. I won't tell you exactly what I have in mind yet. I'll show you guys later. Surfacer 1000, 2 of them. A dark gray panel line accent. This is good to have even for my RG RX78. I actually didn't really want to use black. I wanted it to have a bit of a softer look. I know I can mix my own enamel paint, but I was just really lazy. And I got a metal primer. So I did use metal primer on the metal rod of my SH Studio Zaku TriStar weapon. So this is basically for when you want to paint metal. I would probably try to airbrush with this instead of using this brush. a pure black just to really use as a gloss black underneath metallics. They don't have the big bottle of gloss black. I've used them either way. Nazca Blue Fog White. And this, oh, this is beautiful. This is also for a possible upcoming paint job. It's something I'm gonna have to test and see if I like the kind of color scheme. A bright silver. Nazca Joint Gray Semi-Gloss Clear Top Coat, just because for my last RGRX 78, I actually wanted to paint it with a semi-gloss. I don't usually use semi-gloss. It keeps the plastic looking kind of plasticky, but I think it actually looks really good with the RGRX 78. A Pearl Silver. I'm not usually a fan of the Gaia Metallics, but I don't really have that much choice in paint brands. Here was my recent haul from Argama Hobby, and thank you so much for your support. Okay guys, that's all for today. It's time to wake up the baby. Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday morning. So today I need to do a write-up for my group challenge for my Patreon. This channel is supported by my patrons. Really, like I wouldn't be able to invest the time that I do into the channel without them. So I'm always trying to think of ways that are fun and kind of communal for my patrons to do. I've also been trying to think of what is something I can do to give back to my patrons. I thought that maybe this time I could do a group challenge where we choose a theme that we all kind of build around. We usually post pictures of our work in progress. We ask any questions or share any tips that we have. So I was trying to think of like, what can I offer maybe to everyone who completes a build and to the top 3 builds. Let me tell you a story. When I was at Lab Plus Studio, that studio had like a cafe, and one of the studio staff had a framed picture of a kit that Soya Huya built. It was signed out to her. And when another member and I saw that picture, we were like, oh my God, like, where did you get this picture from? And we both knew who Soya Huya was because he's quite well known as a resin builder in Korea. And I've always been a really big fan of his work because, you know, I really like resin kits. She was like, oh, when he came to visit the studio, she just asked him. She thought an autographed picture of his work would look good in the cafe. She asked him for a picture of the SD resin Jesta, which was her favorite kit. And then me and this other studio member thought that was so freaking cool, and we were like, oh my God, like we want to have one too. She was like, yeah, she was like, you could just ask him the next time he comes by. So we did. When he came back to the studio, we asked him for one, and he was super duper nice. And this was before like Cookie and I were ever friends with him. So you know, we became like good friends afterwards, and he's in a lot of my videos. We asked him if we could also have an autographed print, and he was like, yeah, sure. I think that girl asking for a print was the first time he like really did that for someone. And then Cookie later, and this other member's husband also actually asked him. So it was all of us girls, right, like asking for prints. And he was like, yeah, just let me know what kit. This is what I asked for. It's like my end-all kit. If I were ever to build and paint this kit, I would just retire from Gunpla because there'd be like no reason to continue. This is like the best kit ever. I mean, just look at it. And he printed one later for Cookie. So I had this right in front of my workspace in the studio, just kind of as like a source of inspiration and motivation. And so I was thinking, I was like, maybe I can offer a print to my patrons. It does feel a little weird to offer a print of your work as a prize, but I figured like my patrons are probably fans of the channel and they like my work. So I asked them if they would like to have this or like gift cards, and they chose the prints. Well, let me just show you it first. Yeah! Doesn't this look freaking amazing? Not just my kit, but I mean just the print itself. And I think this would look really amazing as any kind of like wall or desk display. This is the biggest size that I can get and still send it as like a large document. I'm probably gonna display this one myself, and then for the actual prize, I'm gonna use an even higher quality, like a fine arts print. These are the smaller prints, the full body shot, a backside shot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in these 2 small ones as completion prizes. I might throw in 1 or 2 of these as like a random little bonus of the backside. I think that the backside actually looks really cool too. These pictures were taken by a professional photographer who was hired as a prize for us completing a group build that we did at my Gunpla studio. I've already also prepared a metallic silver Sharpie to sign with your name, a message, and a date, and I think it's gonna look really amazing. So if you're interested in joining, by the time this video is out, my post will also be out. I'll link it in the description box and probably a pinned comment below. What I need to do now is I need to write up the post talking a bit more about the rules. I need to make the poll for everyone to vote on the theme. By the time you see this video, we would have already chosen the theme, but anyone is able to join up until a certain time. Wanted to show you guys this live. I literally just posted this like a few minutes ago, and my patrons are so amazing. They're already signing up, so I'm really super duper excited. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday. This is gonna be the last day that I film myself, because the rest is just gonna be video editing and making the thumbnail, and then kind of doing more organization and write up for the Patreon group challenge. So I just finished making the post for the themes, and I really try to spice it up to kind of inspire everyone. So the first theme is gonna be basing, to create a nice base really for your kit. And the second one is shading, which was suggested by my patrons. And the third one is weathering, which was also a suggestion from you guys. We're gonna be voting for one of these three themes. And by the time this video comes out, the vote is already gonna be over, but you will still be able to join us and be eligible for a prize up until 1 month before the deadline.
오케이.
봐봐.
응. 그렇지. 조금 더 뭉치고.
아이고 귀여워.
루이 닭구게 말에 부르구구예. 루이 보고 있다. 예! 예!
망했어.
누구? 루이 먹봐.
아이고, 아이고, 이렇게 놀고 있어, 유리가. 아이고. Oh, look at what Cookie made for dinner. Tofu and tofu soup. Oh, that's my mom's chicken. A mushroom with black glutinous rice.
망했어. 이게 식빵 만들었는데 이 식빵은 안 되죠.
어, 이거 괜찮아 보이는데, 그래도? 이 빠이빠이 해봐.
바이바이.
Did you know that 67% of viewers are not subscribed? The easiest way to support this channel is to become a subscriber. Of course, also a huge thank you to my amazing Patreon supporters who receive special perks like uncut real-time footage of my work-in-progress videos, access to my Discord server, and fun group builds, which I hope you will join us in. Happy building, everyone.
바이바이. 바이바이.
Bye-bye.